on this?
Well, I'm live on this.
Stop.
Dude, you stop.
Hold on, I gotta flip.
What? We don't want to start with an argument here. Hey, everybody, this is the Monday M.A.S.S. You want to shut up so I can do the intro to the show?
Welcome to our...
People don't like that
Yeah,
song. No, they don't.
Answer in the comments. Do you like the song I was just singing? This is our circus-based podcast.
This is the Monday M.A.S.S with Chris Coté and Todd Richards, the world's greatest action sports podcast. It's also the only action sports podcast that's done every Monday or Tuesday, or I don't know, maybe other people do, but it's also an action sports podcast about nothing, right?
Yep.
Todd's playing with himself.
Hi.
If you're just listening and not watching, you miss Todd literally playing with himself.
That's right.
As in his own action figure.
Chris, before we start this podcast and get off on the right...
We started it. It started.
Before
we should have had a meeting before.
Before we dig into the meat and potatoes of this episode...
Oh, great.
I would just like to say a massive special thank you to SoCal Audi dealers, Vince Scandone, and Audi of America, because they have given me something to play with for 3 days.
Oh my gosh! Breaking news, everybody!
Other than myself,
Todd got a car to drive for 3 days.
They gave me an RS6
That's
Avant
trusting of them.
to play with for 3 days. Chris, it's my dream car.
Okay.
I want to have one. My wife is helping me manifest this in my brain. She's helping me with my positive thinking recently.
Why can't you sell the existing Audi coupe?
That's not how manifesting works, Chris.
Oh. My wife said if I bought another Audi, she was going to leave me. Sure will miss her.
At any rate.
Avant R6.
At any rate.
Turbo.
It's very awesome, and thank you guys, because it's a stupid car, but I freaking love it, and it's my dream car, and someday I will have one, probably in 8 years when they don't cost $1 trillion over a sticker.
And that's it for today.
No,
Todd got his sponsor plug out. But you know what? You actually just did. You ate up some of your ad block time, so I'm going to do the beginning of the ad block this time.
No one likes you doing
March
the ad block.
It's March 20th.
Nobody likes you doing the ad block.
You got a free ad. I got a free ad, too.
What is it?
Monday M.A.S.S is presented in part by RationAle. That's right. This is the world's best non-alcoholic beer. This is our West Coast IPA. And right now, if you go to RationAleBrewing.com and enter the code MADNESS at checkout, we're going to double your order for you. We're going to buy you some beer. Best non-alcoholic beer right here. I love this stuff. It scratches the itch, Todd.
Does it?
It really does. And we'll buy you some. RationAle. That's right. What else we got? Hanson Surfboards. Hanson Surfboards.
You sure you
Now's
sure you don't want me to take care of this?
No, I got. I'm going to let you read the end of it because I know you wanted to jump in at any time.
We just have a podcast. People tune in. People tune in for the podcast.
Now I see how you feel when I interrupt you. I don't like it.
Am I married?
Like it?
Am I married to you?
Maybe. So Hanson Surfboards, you all know this is an amazing surf shop. They've got all the gear, clothes, shoes, sandals, bikinis, bathing suits, everything you could want. It's all happening right now at Hanson Surfboards. Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel, at BN3TH Apparel. As you may or may not know, on our Instagram, we said we're going to do a giveaway to the next selected few subscribers. So after the show, we're going to go on YouTube. We're going to pick those giveaway winners.
There's a huge...
It's going to be awesome.
Huge pile of drawers right there.
Huge old box right there. And I think I've definitely found my new favorite pair in design. Pedal Electric at pedal.electric. These are the world's best e-bikes. Just talk to the homies from Pedal Electric right now. They've got a special deal happening. Go to at pedal.electric. Be like Todd and I. Ride the best. Panic and Coffee and Tea at Panic and Coffee and Tea. This is the greatest coffee shop on earth. I go there every single day. I know Todd does as well. They make the best coffee. There's some in my mug right here. Now, Todd is going to take you through the rest of this sponsor block. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Where are we?
Way to pay attention, Todd.
Did you do Bub's Naturals already?
No, go ahead.
Bub's Naturals at Bub's Naturals. Collagen, MCT brain oil, and all kinds of other stuff that you forget that you need to make your body function in a cohesive manner.
That's the truth, Ruth.
At Bub's Naturals on Instagram. Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce. What?
Oh, no, you're yelling.
Well, that's what happens. I go into my announcer voice when I have to do the ad reads.
Oh, we know.
Try Bachan's, please. try some bachans.
I did it again.
I'm
with
begging
the yuzu
you.
sauce last night.
What'd you do?
Chicken legs in the air fryer, 20 minutes. The last 4 minutes, you put the bachans on there. It crisps up perfectly. It's the best chicken ever.
It's a damn good sauce. We also have at New Greens. New formula is coming. It is almost spring. Actually, today is the first day of spring.
it's
Are you
not?
aware of that? Yes, it is. Today
No.
is the first day of spring, and New Greens is coming this spring. So I don't know what that means because they need to get their shit together.
Well, because
But we thank them for sponsoring our podcast, even though they don't have their shit together. But you guys are going to be able to drink a salad soon.
You should
It's
see my lawn. It's
all
filled
the
with new greens.
funnest parts of a salad, but you can drink it.
You're still going with that tagline. You didn't think of anything new.
It works for me.
It's like a smoothie in liquid form, but green and salady.
At diecutstickers.com, DIECUT, the word stickers, and DOTCOM spelled out. They will make you bumper stickers that say, "You make no friends with salad." That's what Homer Simpson and his family chanted once in one episode, and I really like that. So those are our sponsors. They are some of the best sponsors you could ever possibly have.
The
We
best
have a
sponsors
special
we've
guest
ever had.
today. I'm going to tease everyone in the live right now. Curren Caples,
Yeah.
the most handsome man in skateboarding, will be on the
That's
podcast
right.
today with us.
And he's trusting me with his phone number. If you can believe that.
I think you probably get more
We would
viewers.
get more sponsors.
More
if
sponsors. We just
posted
gave out
Curren's
people's phone number.
video.
If you guys have a phone number you'd like us to give out, just go ahead and type it in the chat.
Also, this is big news. Bigger news than Todd's free Audi.
No,
Chris
it isn't.
Coté solo is playing Soma April 1st and All Ager Rager. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is real. I'm going to be playing a set dedicated to our fallen homie Otis Bartholomew, aka O.
Are you gonna do covers?
I might be doing a special rendition of Sticky Bun with the band Atomic 99. Spoiler
Sick.
alert, but show up. It's
Very
going to be
sick.
fun. I'm going to be selling shirts, merch. There's a bunch of other great local punk bands playing, local and visiting punk bands playing. It's going to be a fun night, April 1st, all ages.
I found both of my CDs, the old Fluff CDs, the Home Improvement one, and then I forget what the second one was, the white one.
I have those on vinyl.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty stoked.
Sorry, I got those on vinyl.
Um,
Did I mention that?
are we gonna
let's get
do
our
skate
guest.
news
Yeah.
first? Okay, we're gonna do skateboard news. Skateboard news is brought to us by Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce, and Chris is gonna call him.
What if you just answered?
Did you just cold call him? How did you get him to be on the podcast?
I messaged him.
Really?
Yeah.
He agreed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Curren
gracefully.
Caples may or may not answer his phone. He's
He'll answer.
a car enthusiast.
He's a certified superstar. Oh yeah, you can talk to him about Audis. I don't want to. I want to make sure that.
He's not answering his phone. What happens if he doesn't answer his phone?
I think I told him.
Been forwarded to
I told him.
So far, this podcast is flying right into the Andes. We're
Oh,
gonna
it's
end up
so
eating each other like that
usual.
soccer team. Are you gonna call him
I'm
back?
gonna text him,
Okay. Well,
and then he can call back.
let's talk about if we're gonna open skate news up while we wait for him to hit back.
'Kay. What?
We had the grand opening of McGill's
this was
skate shop this
amazing.
weekend here in the Lazy Acres, I guess, shopping
It's like
center.
half a mile down.
Yeah.
Way.
The lineup for people to get an autograph from it was Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, Mike
Lance
McGill,
Mountain.
Lance Mountain, Kevin Staub,
Lasoy.
Stacy Peralta, and Christian Asoy.
And
Did I
among
get everyone
other,
in there?
Grant Britton was there.
There was Alfonso
mean-
Rawls, Grant. There was so many. Rob Machado was there. There was a lot of
Bryce Wetstein.
Bryce Wetstein. There was a lot of heavy hitters that were at this, and it
Jordan
was
Barrett.
the line stretched all like when I showed up there to I was wanted to go and say hi to
You
some
wanted
friends.
you got an autograph.
I got an
saw
I
you,
got
you
a,
an
I'll
autograph.
tell you about that signed photo in a minute, but the line stretched all the way around the shopping plaza to the back of the building to the point where it was like I've never seen a line like that to have people sign autographs.
It was like U2 where the streets have no name video.
It was like Taylor Swift was giving away free concert tickets in the front.
It was special though. It was really cool because I know you did too. I did as well. Kind of just walked around and check out the line. We're talking families, old heads.
That's what it
grommets.
wasn't.
It was awesome.
It was more of an older generation that was there to get autographs, and I think that's just like.
Yeah, but there were so many kids in line.
There was a ton of kids, but you could tell that those kids. I mean, the kids were there because their parents were telling them about how important this group of individuals was to the backbone of skateboarding.
Pretty
and
awesome.
It was so rad, and it's still the weirdest thing to me, because you grow up. Not so much for you because you lived here and Del Mar was in your backyard and you saw these human beings.
Yeah,
but
they're just people to me.
Growing up in New England, if you had told 15 or 16-year-old me that you would be friends with the frickin' Bones Brigade,
whoa, dude, you're friends? You know them.
That
I don't know if
be
you're friends with them.
The craziest. It's just really hard to comprehend, and it's to me, I still get weirded out around these people, and it's pretty awesome. I brought a photo that I had of it's a picture of Steve Caballero doing a frontside ollie as like a baby. I think he's riding for Tracker. He is on a Powell board, but it's like when he was really young. I think it might be at Marina Del Rey, but Grant took the photo of him. Or maybe it's at Big O.
You only got Cab's autograph?
No, I got Cab's and Grant's photos. They've signed this photo, and it's like prized possession now. And
That's pretty cool.
It was just really cool. And wow, what a day! Now, there were so many people there that were really happy to get autographs, but a lot of people didn't actually get their stuff signed, and there was a reason behind that. It's because there's this new phenomenon happening with these people that come to these signings, that they bring skateboards, they buy skateboards, bring them there, have Tony sign them, and they sell them on eBay immediately after. They're like these weird like these weird autograph vulture.
That happens in music. That happens.
It does,
everywhere.
but it's Tony had said yesterday, he's like, look, there's this new thing, and I've seen it happening more and more at these signings, is that people show up with a stack of decks.
Yeah.
And you're kind of suspect of them, but you're at a signing. It's like you just want to be happy. You want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt that they're not there to profit off of something and push a little kid out of the way so that they can make their $30 on a skateboard. It's just weird. It's weird that skateboarding has ever gotten to that.
That's where a little bit of a pessimistic view there, Todd.
Have you met me?
I saw a bunch of kids and people in line that were just looking stoked.
Look, I'm just addressing something that one of the Bones Brigade alluded to.
Okay, if you could only meet
one
of the people at the signing and have a nice lunch.
Kevin Staub.
Really?
Yeah.
You going Staub?
Yeah. Well, it's Kevin and I are homies, and he's like.
But you see him a lot.
I know, but he's like the funniest human being ever.
See, I would go Lance Mountain because I have been able to spend some time with Tony and Kevin and Cab. So I'm going Lance Mountain because to me he's the most mysterious of the brigade. But either way, congrats to Mike McGill's Skate Shop. 35 years serving skateboard events in East. That's where I got my first ever complete board.
Christmas complete?
When I was like 10. It used to be right over here. And then they moved right there, and then they moved back there, and now they're over there. But, it's just a cool core skate shop. Obviously, Mike McGill, skating legend, superstar. But the dudes that work at McGill's on a day-to-day basis are just awesome.
James and Summer. And
it was special because you don't really, other than like big skate events, like the Tony Hawk Vert Alert, you'll see that kind of excitement. But this is kind of the first in a long time that skateboarding was so just hype and pure and fun. I rode my bike there with my son, and as we're pulling up, you're just seeing skaters converge from all angles.
Yeah,
so it was
cool.
a special day.
And if you're ever in San
moment.
Diego, it's kind of a destination. It's stop there.
Yeah.
For a destination, because Mike works there. Like he literally works at his shop every day, and it's a skate
Mike
museum.
Could grip
and
your board.
Mike could grip your board.
And I got some Rad Jerky there.
Where'd you get that?
I got it at the shop from Rad Jerky.
What is it?
It's beef jerky, and it's rad.
Should we try it?
Yeah. Here, let's try it.
What kind is that? Is this energy jerky?
This is
Why don't you go
this
ahead?
is black pepper.
Why don't you go ahead and keep?
You want to open that one?
I'll open
okay,
this
you
one.
open that one. I'm gonna save that one.
We're
for
gonna have some
myself.
rad jerky. Chris's guest is seriously a no-show.
I'm gonna call him in 3 more minutes.
You're gonna give him 3 minutes.
Before we talk to Curren, Did you see the police chase in Los Angeles ended up with a skateboard chase?
Do we have any more information about this?
Okay, February 13th. Wait, February 13th. I don't know. A couple weeks ago, 6 a.m., downtown Los Angeles, a Chevy Silverado with a trailer was stolen near Flower and Jefferson. I have no idea where that is. Officer spotted the truck, tried to pull it over. It became a chase. And the last-ditch effort by this fella was to jump out of his car and push Mongo away from about 50 police officers.
I don't think he pushed Mongo.
I think he was Mongo.
He didn't push Mongo. I watched it this morning. He didn't push Mongo.
Cut to the clip.
He was just a poor.
Let's cut to the clip.
He was just a poor pusher. There
We
wasn't a
don't
lot
have
of
clips.
There wasn't a lot of follow through on the push.
We don't have clips.
Okay, this is pretty good beef jerky. And
Dude, this is rad.
why is it? This is pretty rad.
Yeah, this is the black pepper version made by skaters or anyone.
In their garage. Okay.
Beef jerky might not be the best food to test on a podcast, though.
Says who?
We could be here for a minute.
Says who?
How you been?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You got some news here about New Balance.
I got some New Balance shoes coming through.
That's.
Oh!
All right, here we go. Thank fucking God.
Saved our ass. Curren Caples, welcome to the Monday Mass, my friend.
What up? How you doing?
Good. I'm here with fellow Audi enthusiast Todd Richards as well.
Hey, Curren, I just got an RS6.
Damn, you guys are like cutting out a little bit.
How about
very
now?
Amateur. We're amateur at this.
Should I try to like FaceTime audio you?
Yeah, I'm gonna FaceTime audio you now.
Okay.
That might be better.
There we go. We'll FaceTime audio.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now you can see us too. Hey,
How you guys doing?
Yo.
we're doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Just trying to transfer this to the car.
Hey, Curren, I just got an RS6.
Really?
Well, I don't get to
He's
keep it,
borrowing
but
an RS6.
they're giving it to me for a couple days.
How is it?
It's pretty mental. It's like a really fast couch. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast
See that
couch.
they're bringing the RS4 here?
What? Yeah, I saw that, dude. We can nerd out on that at a future date. But yes,
my
very
gosh.
excited about that.
I have a Honda Odyssey 2020.
Stop trying to flex, Chris.
It's fast.
Okay.
Curren, congratulations. You've got a skate part dropping March 24th. And I just saw this on Instagram this morning. Had to hit you up. Can't wait to see it. Give us the quick story behind this part. What can we expect from this forthcoming Curren Caples skateboarding part that will be hitting the internet very soon?
A lot of street. I don't really have any transition clips, kind of.
Wow.
So that's like, I got a couple, but they're not like, it's mainly just street stuff. And then kind of trying to be like transition street skating. I got a few spots that are kind of like that. But yeah, I'm actually on kind of my way to try something that I've been putting off for the whole time I've been filming, kind of.
Oh my gosh.
Is this like the Ender? Are you going to film an Ender right now?
I guess so. It would be,
Wow.
I don't know.
So how does that work, right? You basically finish this part, but you're like, all right, there's one more hammer that could go down. So you save a little like 30 seconds at the end of this. Like, how do you finish this thing off for what you have planned?
Well, the part's pretty much, it's pretty finished. Like, it's like, I already have it on my phone and it like rolls credits and everything. So this is kind of just a bonus if it's more for myself than anything, kind of, just to feel like secure about everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The last 2 days I've been trying to do something, and I've just been getting kind of stitched up with scenarios, just like classic skate scenarios, either getting kicked out or, I mean, it's been raining a ton lately, so that's been a hard one. And then, yeah. So,
Crazy. Oh man, we're nervous for you right now.
Depends on what
I
the
know
Ender is.
it's one of those things it would be really straightforward. I mean, it's definitely really scary, but it's straightforward, and it's just if I got kicked out yesterday trying to. I didn't even get to try it yet. I was just looking at it and got kicked out.
So what do you tell yourself before you attempt to roll into something like this?
I don't know. I'm so. I don't really like have like a strategic kind of way about how I kind of go about things. I kind of just go with however I'm feeling. Because then there's like times where I like hate knowing maybe like the day before that I'm going to try something that next day. Because I just sit there and I think about it, and then when I get there, it's like it's become this like big built up thing that I've made in my head, kind of. So
Right.
I kind of like to skate and go and film off of like kind of spur of the moment kind of things, but it's kind of hard to do that. It's not that productive if you try to do that.
What's the most you've ever paid a security guard to leave you alone?
I haven't really ever. I don't know if I've really paid. I was actually thinking about that today, and then I had like some cash that I was gonna bring, and I forgot it.
I think like a solid Hunsky would make someone just like go around the corner for a while. I think
at least 3 more tries.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't really think of that more often.
Hey, Curren, so you mentioned that this is pretty like street focused. Is this something that when like a band is writing a song, right? They have a certain idea of how it's gonna flow and how it's gonna sound at the end of it. Is this something that you kind of had pre-planned before you started filming this, or did you just happen to start stacking street clips and kind of go with it?
Yeah, it was kind of. I just think I wanted to maybe catch people off guard a little bit. Yeah, like definitely like do some things that people maybe wouldn't expect out of me. So that's kind of what my whole theory kind of behind it was. But then I also like don't really put too much thought into like what I'm skating and stuff. So I kind of just go with the flow of that. Like I kind of just. I mean, I think I've been now filming it for like 3 years, but it's kind of been in between like Mason Silva doing his like whole Sodi run, and then Louis like going for Sodi. So I'm kind of just skating with them a little bit on not the back burner, but just kind of it's more other people's focus. And then I really like filming with my friend Ryan Lee, and then he works for Commerce, so he's just like on trips, and it's hard to find time. So it's just kind of, I went about it definitely pretty wrong, but it's just taking a little bit of time to get it done.
We can't wait for it. So these are the days of, obviously like social media and I guess more low key premieres. But what do you have planned for the drop? March 24th is the day, right?
Yeah, it's that Friday that it comes out, and then I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna premiere it or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so nervous about premiering it. It's kind of just weird to do a solo premiere.
Well, shit. Hey, we got La Paloma right here, so if you want to pack the house and have some fun, Todd will plan it all for you.
Yeah, I'll plan it all for you.
He lives next door to there. Well, Curren, we can't wait for the new part. Before we let you go, give us a surf update.
Yeah, surf trips?
Have you been getting out there in the brown waters of Los Angeles?
No, I haven't been surfing at all. I kind of, it was weird actually, like when I really started filming this part, it was probably like right when kind of COVID kind of hit. That's when I kind of got serious about like, all right, yeah, I'm like actually filming a part. And then I kind of got one day up in Oxnard that was maybe the best waves I've ever seen. And I kind of just stopped surfing for like a good 6 or 7 months.
That happens after a good day like that.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm not really surfing unless it's like really good. And I've surfed every now and then, but I mainly just surf C Street in Ventura. It's like my spot.
Hell yeah. Well, after this part drops, you deserve a vacation. You deserve a surf trip.
Yeah.
So we'll be checking in. Hell yeah. Hey,
whole
thanks so much, Curren. We're looking forward to it. We'll be hyping it up when it comes out. Thank you for taking the time with us, and good luck today. We're going to be sending you positive thoughts of no security, no water, and a good clean make. All right.
Yeah, sick. Thank you.
All
Good
right.
talking
All
to
right,
you guys.
Curren. See you later.
Yeah, brother. All right, Curren Caples, Sodi. What do you think? Curren Caples, Sodi, 2023. This is the start. We're already in March. I know this part's going to be a banger.
When does Sodi drop? When is that?
I don't know. In the year.
Figure we should know some things like that.
Well, Curren Caples still owns one of our favorite ever backside airs at Waco
On a
from a
surfboard.
few years
I mean,
back.
for God's sake.
And a
You don't-
skateboard,
no
why
one's,
not?
nobody sleep on Curren Caples
Please don't.
snowboarding.
Please
I mean,
don't.
surfboarding
He's
ability.
probably
He's
good at snowboarding
yeah,
too.
probably, yeah.
He's one of those people. Hey, Curren, thanks again for calling us. You guys can. I'll give Todd your number. You can nerd out.
What,
about
so
Audis
what is
later.
what's this New Balance
I'm not
bullshit?
giving him your number.
What do
I was just excited because my friend Rothmeyer sent me a couple New Balance shoes, and I got a pair for you as well.
No way.
Yes, I do.
I've always wanted to have a
I
pair
know,
of New
I
Balance
got a pair for
skate
you.
shoes.
And speaking of shoes, I recently entered the raffle at Rose Street for the very sought after Jordan 4 SBs. Have you seen this? Are you in
No.
on the shoe?
I'm not a shoebie.
All right, so these are probably like the most highly anticipated Nike SBs in the last 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
All white with.
Did you
green
get 'em?
hits. I got them.
You've won the shoes.
Well, you win. So how a shoe raffle works at your local skate shop is you enter the raffle, and if you're picked, thank you Rose Street for picking me.
You get a chance
then
to
you
buy
get
them.
Well, you buy the shoe at retail.
What was retail
So
on those?
$220 retail.
$220 for a pair of
You
shoes?
sound like my mom. And now they're already worth $400.
But
so,
they're shelf shoes.
well, the question
They're
is,
not even shoes you wear.
No, but that's my question. Should I wear them? Should I skate in them? Hit us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and
What do
subscribe.
you guys think? Shelf
Oh my
I can't.
God.
I don't know. I'm just
Question
not like
of
a.
the year.
I'm just not a shelf shoer.
Well, you can skate in the New Balance shoes. I
But
give
like,
you.
okay, so you think about. I guess
What?
it's a weird one. Okay, so like skateboards, like collectibles, right? Okay.
Right.
Skateboard decks.
There's one right behind you.
I know, but it's like collectibles, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's kind of like wall art.
Wall art.
But are shoes like wall art?
Shoes? Well,
I know.
shoes
I
can be.
have several friends. Our good buddy Tony at the Panikin collects. He's got a mad collection
Yeah.
of Nikes.
I think it can be art. They're all displayed, and so you show off your displayed collection. Some people wear some. Some people, a lot of people, and this is kind of like the same as the Tony Hawk autograph vultures.
Yeah.
Is people enter these raffles at every shop around town. They go and they buy the shoes and they flip them
In the parking lot.
I'm trying to have respect for the craft.
Yeah, but so like,
and for the
is it
shop,
a
and
flex if
keeping
you
them.
show up at the local skate park? You know, the ultimate flex is showing up with those and going to skate vert.
I think the flex would be Well,
Just one knee slide, and it's just like a trail of dollar bills.
I think a cool flex is when you go and you buy these special.
What if
drops.
you buy them and you instantly throw them on a telephone wire?
Well, that's kind of what a lot of YouTubers do.
Do they?
That's a little frowned upon, but
Is that the guy's YouTuber's name? Little frowned upon?
a little bit. What's cool is when these special shoes drop and you go into the shop and you put them on in the shop. Shop owners love it when you wear them out.
That's the cool
way
What does
to
it
do
mean again when you throw the shoes over the telephone
It means
wire?
you murked someone.
I thought it was like there's a dealer here,
Um,
like in this hood. Like you're in the area.
wow, you sound gang affiliated, Todd.
Mhm.
You sound like you know exactly
I'm gang
what you're talking
adjacent.
about. Surf News is brought to you by Hanson Surfboards. That's right. We've got a new news update. The 2023 Challenger Series schedule has dropped, and it's pretty much the same as last year. So this is where we're going to find
Can we
our...
hold before we get into this?
What?
Before we get into like
What?
this,
Hi.
just the list. Like we do lists
no, it's
every
just
week.
gonna be
Just a-
quick.
just a list of like where people are
Spots.
going to be. Can we? Do
What?
we? Is there like a crowd? Is there crowd gate going on with the WSL right now?
No, the
What-
muckrakers over at Beach Grid are jumping on Elo because they said he overclaimed the crowd. But I've been, and I'm sure those fools have been to Portugal before. The crowds on the beach are insanely big. So the quote was 51,000 people on the
That's
beach.
a very specific number.
or whatever. But
Why can't you just say there's like a lot of people?
because
It's
people
very
can-
volatile.
you can
Crowd numbers are a trigger. They're triggery
I
these
know.
days.
I mean, I've been
Like
in
right now,
Brazil.
we have 23,000 people listening
I have
to it.
78,000 people
right?
watching this.
So
So basically, it's just another thing for them to complain about, which is fine. But I've been on the beach in Portugal for a couple different events. I've been on the beach in Brazil. I've been on the beach in Japan at these big events, and there's easily in the photos that I saw, 51,000. You know, that might be the peak. There's at least 30 to 40,000 people in these photos, and it's just, you know, it gives the Fox News of action sports something to complain about.
I think that surfing and skating and snowboarding are more fun when there's kind of like weird controversies going on.
Yeah, I
it's
like
just,
it.
It's just banter. I'm here for the banter.
Yeah, I appreciate. Like I always say, I just hope both teams have fun.
Mm.
And
Okay,
I
go
think
on
it's
with
cool.
your list of just stuff.
Well, core competitive surf fans care about this. The Boost Mobile Pro in May, the Sydney Surf Pro, the Bolito Pro, the U.S.
Boost-
Open,
is
and the Corona
Boost
Sakurama
is still a
Pro.
thing, huh?
Well, it is in Australia.
Is it still like burner phones?
Where are you at? I remember when the Irons Brothers
Yeah,
rode for Boost Mobile.
That was
and
those were dreamy days.
man, I used to be on a lot of trips with them, and it was like, no problem. Hey, we're in Indonesia on a
Yeah.
boat in the middle of the ocean. Andy, let me borrow your phone. Hour-long call home.
Right. You just leave it
What else are you doing?
You just leave it hung up. But then
They would do that.
frickin' Steve Jobs came and ruined everyone's fun
I know.
with that when the world ended, when the
Previous
iPhone
phones.
1 came out.
Yeah. A few
Jerk.
different rules to the Challenger Series. CT surfers no longer have to compete in 2 Challenger Series events. The Challenger Series field will be reduced from 96 to 80 men, 64 to 64. So there's a cut on the CS as well.
Uh-huh.
We got more surf news. The greatest surf movie in the universe.
Surf's Up.
No, this is a new one.
Oh, is that the title?
No. The title is The Greatest Surf Movie in the Universe.
Oh.
And this movie was made by our friends Nick Paulette. Von Blakey wrote it. You've got cameos from Joe Turpel. And,
I've seen this.
Ronnie Blakey.
There's like stop motion in there.
Mick
and
Fanning,
okay, this is what
Craig
I'm talking
Anderson,
about. This is good
Mason
stuff.
Ho, Matt Wilkinson, Griffin Colapinto. This has been nearly 6 years in the making. These guys were in their garage pulling putty, as in doing stop motion animations. Can't wait to see it. This comes out in Australia, which is fine, but I'm sure it'll be hit. Stab Premium, I'm sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have Stab Premium?
I still do.
Because I have a coupon, 10%
You do?
off.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I just
No, I'm using it. I'm just telling you.
I just got hit with a yearly
got
bill
dinged
for
with
it
the
the
bill?
other day. Yeah.
Can't wait for that one. This is good news right
This
here.
is insane.
Blake Johnston surfed for 40 hours straight at Cronulla Beach in South Sydney.
And this was to bring attention to mental health awareness for a snowboard cross rider that Chumpy Pullen,
His friend.
yeah, is deceased, and this was like to bring awareness to mental health, and this was unbelievable because it
40
was
hours?
40 hours. But I also heard that he wasn't phoning it in, like
No,
he
caught 700 waves or something like that. The previous record was 30 hours, 11 minutes, held by South African Josh Enslin. So that record was crushed, and Blake Johnston raised $335,000 US for his
That's
charity, and he served at a spot called the Alley. I mean, you got to think that it's probably sharky and
Australia
scary.
at night. Are you kidding me? Like that's scary.
But congrats, and that is just so awesome. You know, when I first saw this, I was like, what is this? Is this some kind of publicity stunt? No, this was pure. This was heart and soul and passion, and I just love to see
What
it.
do you think the longest you could surf for?
An hour,
Come on.
an hour 15 minutes.
An hour and 15 minutes is the longest you can
No.
surf.
The longest I could.
What do you
probably
have you
surf
ever had
for-
a surf session where like at the end of the surf session it's so good or whatever,
Yeah.
like your muscles are like failing?
Yeah, for sure.
Like what? How long?
Well, the last trip I went to Nicaragua at Nicatime, Colorado's. I think it was one of the last sessions on the last days of the trip, and it was just like
Like 4 hours?
foot overhead. I mean, realistically, I probably surfed for like 2.5 hours. Felt like 6. I might have put in 3 hours. My friends on the trip will probably ridicule me for mistruths, but it was like at the end of the session, perfect waves are coming, and you just
Yeah, it just
couldn't.
didn't work.
So let's say 3.5 hours is probably my maximum.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah. What about you?
Probably that day that I was at Waco when it was just me and that one dude in the pool. Do you remember that when we
Wasn't
went
I
there? You were there.
Where was
you
I?
got out of the water. You were tired.
'Cause I'm smart.
So
I was just blasting airs all morning.
we
and just
had
kinda
we
wore
had the
myself
Waco
out.
pool for a full day with me, Chris, and one other person. It was like it was
That was insane.
the whole reason that
Those
we
were
got
great
it.
memories.
Those were great memories. The reason we had it like that is because they were trying to like have a comeback after like the amoeba, the brain-eating amoeba.
Oh, they're back. They're back all right.
At any rate, I think Chris got out after 2 hours, and I stayed in by myself. There was one other person in the pool, but he wasn't even like catching waves.
Yeah, but you didn't do anything in those last 2 hours. I saw you.
I did. I surfed.
No, you did. You're right.
Anyway,
I was proud of you for that.
Chris is an asshole.
No.
News at 11.
Oh my gosh! If you're gonna dish it out, you got to take it, my friend.
I took it.
Yeah, you took it.
I returned
We're
it.
gonna wrestle after this show.
Okay, what else we got? Anything else?
We got fresh clips from the East Coast, and it looks so good.
It's that time of year, Chris.
Oh my gosh, we're talking trunks, we're talking tubes. Hurricane Ira providing for the Volcom team: Ryan Burch, Balaram Stack, Kobe Hughes.
Wait, ain't no
Dave
one in
Morville.
trunks right now on the East Coast? Not even in Florida.
Well, they're in trunks in this video. Is
well,
this
it's
an old
probably
video?
like they're just releasing it now.
So
It's from
you're
like last...
saying people can film and then not show it until, dude?
It's not
So
every.
it wasn't live.
It's not live.
So they're not in trunks in North Carolina right now.
No.
Well, I
sorry.
stand corrected. It's still a great video. Ryan Burch is really good at surfing and shaping surfboards.
Local
this
boy
is cool.
Kobe Hughes too.
Yeah. So check that out.
Volcom Flick.
Oh, and you know what? I don't think we talked about it, but all Volcom final in Portugal.
I didn't.
Jack
even
Robinson
realize
and
that.
Jao Chianca. Pretty cool because Volcom's last person on the championship tour. They had Bruce, they had Joan Duru, Coco Ho, bit of a drought, and then bam, Volcom's on top. Yago, Robbo, Tado, Richardzo, Jiao. So Volcom team's solid in surfing. Let's move on. Oh, there's a new exhibit called Found from our friend Mark Cunningham, one of the best dudes out. That's going to be in Ventura.
He's been doing this for a while. He kind of
Yeah.
He's like
Found
Mark
items off the
Cunningham
ocean
is
floor.
one of the most. He's a gem of a human, legendary North Shore lifeguard, and a bit of a beachcomber these days.
Well, beach and underwater comber.
And he just goes and finds like things covered in barnacles and like creates art. Like he'll go swimming around at Pipe and find like watches and fins and all manner of whatnot in the water.
Watch your fins.
And he puts them together and makes art out of. Who are you DMing, Chris?
I'm finding a news item.
Okay.
So that's in Ventura. You can go to Mark Cunningham's Instagram to get more information. Todd, I'm in the NFT game.
What are you talking
It's
about?
official.
You're an
Do you know what NFTs are?
You're an NFT boy.
I'm an NFT boy.
Are you a crypto boy too?
I have $217 worth of crypto.
What kind?
currency.
What kind is it?
It's in my phone. Venmo. I have
Now,
$217
now
in my
Venmo's cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah, BitPal.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's in my phone on the chain. It's in the chain.
So what is?
Okay,
what do you got?
so when I worked the Oi Rio Pro in Brazil last year, the year before.
Wait, you mean you are an NFT?
I'm part of a club, an NFT club. It's called Surf Junkies at Surf Junkie
Now, when you
Club.
say you're part of a club, do you mean you follow them on Instagram?
Look, there's one of them. That's a Surf Junkie NFT.
But wait, that's you?
No,
But how are you part of this club?
I'm in the club.
What does that mean?
I'm in it.
You commented on a post?
Non-fungible. I'm part of the team.
You are not.
Actually, I'm sponsored. I'm sponsored by Surf Junkies. I'm a surf junkie.
What does that mean?
I think it's pretty cool.
What does that mean? I still don't understand.
Okay, so
you failed to explain NFTs to me, and I also don't know how you're involved in this.
you wouldn't understand.
brand.
Okay, so I was offered a couple free NFTs to
Now NFTs are like those people in the video game that you don't really interact with, right?
also known as NPC,
Oh, okay.
non-playable character. No, it's cool. Surf Junkie Club. Go to the Surf Junkie Club on Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's awesome.
All right. All right.
I'm an NFT guy, so Todd doesn't get it.
What does that have to do
It
with
doesn't have
surfing?
anything to do with Audi, because it's called Surf Junkie.
Snowboard news is brought to you by our friends over at New Greens. Like I said, do you want to have all the best benefits of a salad but don't have time to use a fork? Well, you can drink.
Look what I
Holy
got.
shit! You got one of these? Where'd you get this?
This is a Yes Pyzel collab snowboard that Todd's holding. So Todd, describe this for the viewers that are not watching via YouTube that are listening.
I believe. Okay, so
This thing's hype.
This thing is freaking sick, dude.
Yeah. This
How
is
did you
rad.
get one of these?
I got this from Yes Snowboards.
So, Yes Snowboards. I've been riding Yes Snowboards for years and years and years. They are incredibly good.
Pretty cool that I got one and
Snowboards.
Todd didn't.
This is the collaboration between Pyzel Surfboards and Yes Snowboards.
Sick
and
graphics.
DCP David Carrier Porcheron is a huge surf fan. I believe this is based off of the. Is this the basic?
Well, look at them. No, we got these side cuts in here.
No, I know this is the mid bite they have on Yes Snowboards.
This is a directional twin
Yep,
camber
but I think-
tempered mid-light.
Okay, stop just reading things. This-
Snowboards built by surfers.
I believe this board shape is the basic, which is probably one of the most versatile snowboard shapes in their entire line.
What do these
You're gonna have
side cuts do?
It kind of like it. It's almost like a let's see. You know what elliptical transition is in skateboarding?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, so it's basically
I don't
what
know
it
what
does is if you're not bearing down on the side cut, if you're not engaging the side cut
Okay.
fully, you're using this more mellow side cut that's near the tip and the tail. But
Alright.
then it transitions in
To your front foot.
in the waist here. So if you lay into it, it reacts like a board that has a more aggressive side cut.
Yeah.
You're gonna really like this board. I think
I'm pretty pumped.
the graphics are pretty sick.
Yeah, I like that. I like the bottom, like rainbow leopard.
Yes,
fire.
and Pyzel.
Yeah.
You got to be stoked on that. Look at that.
Maybe I'll let you ride it on a run.
There it is. I didn't think we had really that much snowboard news other than my
Former-
my action figure laying on the table.
Dude, I
but
got more. Former Miss Waco, Texas, Jamie Blank, 33, lost her leg 2 years ago after being hit by a car while stopping to render aid to two young girls in an accident. So she was being a good Samaritan, trying to help some other people, got hit by a car, lost her leg, and unbelievably, only 2 years later, she is qualifying and participating in the Paris Snowboarding World Championships in Spain.
no way.
Her first year ever in competition.
Congratulations.
How
that's
cool
awesome.
is that? So go, Jamie. We got your back. That is awesome. Can't wait to see what you do there. In other news, we talked to the founder of Homesick.
Yep.
And Homesick's coming in hot. I sent you
Homesick-
a video of the pipe being
Yeah,
carved.
Homesick is coming in hot this weekend.
Brief rundown. Yeah, give it.
So
to
once
us.
again,
Oh,
last
wait,
week.
this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend coming up. Last
Okay.
week I had Gary. We had Gary Land on the show, and he was telling us all about Homesick and East Street Archives and their big push to have this retro throwback. Well, it's not even like a throwback event. It's more like this gathering of the tribes at Stratton Mountain, Vermont. We used to all come together there. It was like the hub of snowboarding competition on the East Coast for many, many, many years, and then it kind of died, and Gary's brought that all back. Stratton Mountain just posted a video of them cutting the half pipe at Stratton, which is something that they haven't had a half pipe in years, and in particular, they haven't had a half pipe on this actual portion of the mountain since 1997 on a trail called East Burnside, and it's on, dude. I can't wait. The weather is very East Coasty.
What does that mean?
I think it's gonna snow, rain, ice, sleet,
it's
sunny.
gonna do that here in the next couple days.
But it's going to be pretty amazing, and
Give me some of the names.
I can't wait. Let's see some of the names.
Sean White.
Sean White is going to be there.
Todd Richards.
I will be there.
The Matrani Bros.
The Matrani brothers, Keir Dillon, rumored that Jeff Brushy's going to show up, Jason Ford, Noah Brandon, Trevor Graves, a whole litany of East Coast who. It is going to be a buzzard banter fest like you have never experienced on the East Coast.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. I fly back there Thursday, and I'm there through Monday. So next Tuesday, when we do the Monday M.A.S. next week, I'll have a full report.
Can't wait for that.
yeah, so that's coming up. And in other news, winter won't stop, Chris. Today being the first day of spring, they're expecting another multiple foot storm in the entire west. We're here in the local mountains. I just saw how much snow they're supposed to get in the San Gabriel's Big Bear Mountain High. 40 inches this week.
Ooh, we better
more snow.
We better refresh our Mountain High membership because we had fun there last time.
Wow, you're not going to use this. You should just give this board away.
I'm gonna ride it.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You got another one over there you haven't ridden, and there's one right over there that you haven't ridden either. Actually, you did take 3 runs on that board.
My wife said if I get another snowboard, she's gonna leave me. Guess I'm gonna miss. Sure will miss her. Nerd News brought to you by Nanocraft CBD. Nanocraft CBD. We need more Nanocraft CBD, don't
Can we have some more?
Yeah, we need some more.
Okay.
It's coming.
Hey,
Mandalorian, it's okay.
you know what?
Next.
I liked Mandalorian, the beginning of the Mandalorian this past week when they were flying the spaceships around and
I wonder
shooting
if
at
these
each other.
people care about Mandalorian.
They probably don't. You know what else they don't care about? I'm going to tell you right now. The new, I went to go see that movie 53
50 First
or
Dates?
what, 65. No, 65. It's this dinosaur.
What is that?
It's dumb.
I've never heard of it.
Don't go see it.
You went to the movie theaters?
I went to the movie theater, which
Wait,
was a
that's
weird.
great.
It was a weird thing.
I thought we were gonna go see John Wick together.
That
For
hasn't even
your
come out yet. It comes out Friday.
For your next movie thing.
But what? Okay, so the question that I have is,
John Wick?
what do we do now that there's no Last of Us every Sunday?
Well, Todd, I know you're not on board here, but Secession comes back. That's an awesome show on HBO. I really think if you gave it a chance, you would like it. It's really good. F1 Drive to Survive. Wife and I binged it a little bit this weekend. We're almost through that. Another amazing season of that. Other than that, I mean, so I have an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, as you guys all probably know, 2 boys, and
They would love Game of Thrones.
well, we're constantly looking for stuff to watch as a family because they're in this middle zone. I found a great movie, a classic, Happy Gilmore. The perfect, it fits right in that age demo. You know, there's no boobs for dad. I'll just look at those, after on the internet.
You know what's weird is like kids are not, I think, and this just may be a study of my kids.
Yeah.
They're not really into movies.
They're too long.
Yeah, the movies
They're
are
not-
too
They're
long.
not under 90 seconds.
And
which
also,
kids
like,
these days don't
I-
like.
Okay, Bridesmaids is one of the funniest movies
Oh my god.
I have ever seen.
A true classic.
It is like
It's the best.
hold your stomach. I can't believe how funny.
Do you remember the first time you watched
Yes,
Bridesmaids?
it was incredible.
And it's still funny every
crying,
time.
crying when they all eat the Indian food, crying, laughing.
Wasn't that Brazilian? like
Whatever.
steakhouse?
I don't even know what it was, but I tried to show my daughter Bridesmaids, and she was like bummed.
Are you serious?
Like, this
She
is
didn't like
not- Like so, like just this is not even funny.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She doesn't like
Never
movies.
Talk to her.
Why don't kids?
Well,
Here's
it's
a
hard to-
question for everyone at home. Why don't kids like movies?
Well, or better yet, send us a list of movies in the realm of Happy Gilmore, PG-13 and PG. Todd's kids are older, but my kids are still right there, and they get kind of like weirded out around like
Meatballs
sexual stuff.
too.
Oh my gosh,
They probably wouldn't like Meatballs too.
the date rape scene in Meatballs just really holds up.
Is there a date rape scene in Meatballs?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah.
There was.
I mean, there was an actual.
when
It
we
was an
were-
actual like.
when we were growing up, like there was. I mean, like Porky's.
Some
Remember
movies
that movie,
don't age
Porky's?
well. They haven't aged
Porky's
well.
does not age well.
No, there's probably some DR in that movie as well.
Heavy.
Oh
deal.
my god, I got it.
What?
Revenge of the Nerds.
It's pretty good.
Which teenager would not like Revenge of the Nerds?
I still.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
All right. Nerd news is kind of crappy this week anyway.
Is it really though?
You want to go to questions?
Yeah. Let's hit the
Questions brought to you by Todd Richards.
If you guys have any questions, please ask
probably
them.
been asking
Ask them
this whole
here. I
time.
don't know, dude.
Danny Caputo with a comment, not a question. I'm so hooked. Thanks to you guys. The best undies ever. He's talking about BN3TH apparel, beneath apparel. Tim Swartz says, he's got many questions. Do you work out? Do these jeans make my butt look fat? Boxers or briefs? And where have all the cowboys gone? Todd, do you work out?
I don't.
I am going to start today. Do these jeans make my butt look fat?
You're not wearing jeans.
I'm wearing cords, dude. Oh,
If
I'm
you're
wearing lurking class cords.
look at those. When is it officially too late to wear cords?
Like age-wise,
No, like seasonal.
the cords are ubiquitous.
Is it really? You can wear cords in the summer?
Yeah. So these jeans make my butt look great. Boxers or briefs. Beneath apparel briefs all day. Where have all the cowboys gone? I believe many cowboys, especially California cowboys, have moved to Idaho and Montana.
Tax shelter.
Great question. Adam Etsart says, Monday Mass question: Who is your favorite Bones Brigade? What is your favorite Bones Brigade graphic?
Ooh.
Dude.
I have one.
Go ahead.
I really liked Steve Stedham's The Spade graphic back in the day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a really good one.
I mean, I gotta go classic and just lean straight into the McGill
Skull and sword though, like that Powell graphic was pretty iconic.
Wait, was that was just a Powell board
this is
team
a Powell
graphic?
board, the skull.
That's pretty damn iconic. I mean, I love the McGill skull snake. Like,
I'll tell
that's
you
just
what.
iconic.
We all spray. Remember the board that Lance rode in Future Primitive, and he had spray painted that weird square face in the bottom of it.
Oh yeah.
We made that on our skateboards.
The
Like-
Lance Mountain Future Primitive, like kicking with like the
But this is
cave
like
drawings, is also.
Future Primitive was before Lance had an
Oh,
actual
it was.
board.
Remember, it was on that surfboard I had up there, but I don't have it anymore. I mean, if you want to go like fringe Bones Brigade graphic, I feel like the Pure Willander freestyle graphic, that skull with the helmet with the spikes, was pretty mental. That's a great question, Adam.
Okay.
Thank you.
What else we got?
Hana Lee says, what is the meaning of Jiao Chianca's nickname Chumbino? Jiao Chianca's older brother, Lucas Chianca, was nicknamed Chumbo. Lucas Chumbo Chianca. Therefore, his little brother is Chumbino. So in Portuguese in Brazil, like
small chumbo.
yeah, like you know, when you add ino, todino,
Kind of like Tostinos.
cotino.
Hey, Tom Z on my live
What
says,
up, Tom Z?
what boards are you riding for Homesick? I am going to ride. I've only been riding one board this year.
I wasn't invited.
The Career Shapes Auto Plus. So I'll be riding that, but I am going to bring one of my old Moros to ride as well.
Sweet.
Just to ride it.
Go Zeb Powell on it. Ride a big ass old Moro
No
board.
way, dude.
Go for it.
That thing will get
I
stuck.
would be
There's
riding
some places I think will get
That,
stuck.
but I wasn't invited. I'm sure I could have gone homesick, but I've never actually been there. So
Have you ever been to Vermont?
yeah, my uncle and cousins and aunt live in Burlington, Vermont. Beautiful place in
It was nice there.
this world.
Okay, what else we got?
Ethan, Etha_N with a comment. I'm not sure if this counts as a question, but Todd's ad block ran nearly 9 minutes last week. #free Coté. Yeah, as you
Wow, like
probably heard
you-
at the beginning of this
seriously?
show, the ad block was flawless. Great.
Your ad blocks take like 30
Oh my
minutes.
God. Yours
dude.
was 9 minutes. Mine was 4.
This 9 minutes. That's like with
I'm
the,
selling
that's 9 minutes with the
product.
discount.
Dude, I'm selling product.
Look, people don't sponsor this podcast to sell product. They sponsor it because they feel bad for us.
Light Sodium 666 says, bonus question. When can we expect Roe to drop a part? Kid stacks footage. Oh, he's talking about my son, Roman. Roman drops parts every single day. So you can expect updates all the time. I think there was a question above that too. Greetings, Monday Mass. Light Sodium 6669. Looking forward to kicking off another week with the best ad block and podcast presented by Todd. Agree to disagree. Snowboard news. Will both Chris and Todd Snowtay be in the booth for Natty Select finale? Todd, would you be happy now if you found a very mini pipe at Crotchet Mountain in New Hampshire this weekend? Skate news. Tell VPS they need to start back up again. Birdman, Richards, and Coté in the booth. I don't think I'm going to be at Natty Select. I think their commentary team is pretty stacked as it is. Todd will be there.
I don't even know if I'm going to be.
Todd might
Natty,
be there.
I'm planning on it, but we haven't heard anything concrete. The whole
Failure to
whole
plan is planning to
natural
fail.
selection thing. It's like Travis is a very mysterious and like
I can appreciate that.
Probably to the point where like the people that are running production are like, you're a little too mysterious.
Like, when is this?
Yeah, like
when and
are
where
we doing this, and we need to budget for this. I'm so excited to go back and ride a 12-foot deep half pipe at Stratton because I haven't really ridden pipe this year at all. I am a little bummed out, Chris. There is something I have to get off my chest.
Oh, here we go.
Break
us off, Todd.
So the 40 and okay, so there's divisions, right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about homesick.
Again.
So the homesick half pipe is on Saturday.
Okay.
The kids go early in the morning, and then the middle adults go in the middle of the day, and the older generation goes at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, hear me out. The half pipe is in its best conditions in the morning. By the time 2 o'clock comes around, the transitions in that half pipe look like moldy cardboard.
Can't they go through with the thing, the tractor?
No,
and
you can't do
scrape it?
that midday. That thing takes, this is East Coast, dude. I'm saying that, don't you think they should let the older generation go first?
The old heads.
The old heads should be able to, we should be the ones that kick this frickin' event off.
And I think that makes
Because
sense too, because you guys are going to be up earliest because you're going to be in bed the earliest.
True.
And the kids are
actually,
going to be
I don't know about this because there's some hard partying
old
mamba
heads.
jambas, old heads. But anyways, I really want to ride a smooth half pipe and not something that looks like two letter L's across from each other. I don't want to do wall rides.
Oh, good luck. Davis Vasconcelos has a question. Davis is awesome, and his question is great. I'm definitely late. Well, no, you weren't that late. You sent this at the right time. What do you think parkour is missing that's holding it back from seeing the levels of popularity acceptance that other action sports have gotten? This is a great question. I'm going to just jump right in here. I think it's super popular on YouTube and social media, of course. I think what would help its popularity is I'm having this issue right now finding places for my son to compete, for fun. So I think what would help the popularity of parkour as a sport would be more events for kids and kind of like medium level parkour athletes. Because right now you have a couple of events down at Apex, at Tempest. You've got Kings of the Concrete, you've got the Art of Motion, the Red Bull event. So there's not a lot like in between. So for young kids and young athletes to get involved and kind of work their way up, I think that would be a way to spread parkour on a grassroots level. But I think like YouTube, social media, it's doing well. What do you think?
I'm thinking that okay, I'm just thinking about your son Roman right now, and
Yeah.
if you follow Chris on Instagram, you see videos of his son, incredibly talented free runner, parkour athlete. Why don't you get this kid in stunt school now,
I'm working on it.
I mean, seriously, you think about like there's like even just back to The Last of Us, like there is an opportunity for kids that know how to use body mechanics to roll out of things. Like this kid could like being a stuntman is, I mean, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, and we've definitely talked about it.
Get Roman up to the wood, dude. Get him in the wood.
I know.
Or at least get him in. You could even get him into like some.
Be one of those dads. It's just like.
Well, he could run around with all those
jump off that building.
all those balls on him for the video game characters.
He's
Animating.
only 11.
The animating. The
stop motion balls.
Yeah.
How old do you think the stunt person that played the baby marmoset in Last of Us was?
Baby marmoset?
The little girl.
What are you
zombie? What do you call them?
Baby
again? Cyclophods.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Baby marmoset?
What do you call them? Cyclosets? Percocets.
Cordyceps virus. The baby.
There was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
So how old do you think that stunt
11?
person was?
Probably 11.
All right. Thank you, Davis.
Get him in there.
I had a great answer for you. Todd took that, and I don't even know where he went. John Veeder says the registration opened today for West Coast Triple Plank on Vancouver Island. This is the world's only snow, skate, and surf contest. What? Why weren't we invited?
Currently being done. There's been a lot of skate, surf, snow comps over the years.
Yeah, but no one's doing them anymore until now.
Nope.
100% of the proceeds go to Redfish Restoration Society. This is super cool. Day 1, bank slalom at Mount Washington. Day 2, surf camp and skate jam in Tofino. Day
Sick.
3, redfish restoration. You can go to West Coast Triple Plank on Google and
Rad.
find that. That's rad. Thank
Very
you,
cool.
John, for that. How we can we come? Can we be invited next year to
Yeah,
like?
I've never
help
been to
host or
Vancouver
something?
Island. Have you ever been to Vancouver Island before?
No, but
I
want to
go pretty bad. Listen, Chris.
B Don 40 says no question today, but damn, young Coté is on Jedi level, loving the clips. What about me? Just because his stuff gets more views than mine.
Everyone's gets more views than you.
DC Jones has a great question. You want to hear it?
What?
Is there a sport or activity that you never tried or got into that you wish you had?
Yes.
Trumpet.
I wish that I was way better at BMX.
BMX is so scary.
BMX is so scary. It's the gnarliest one. And if you know how to like ride a BMX bike or I mean even a mountain bike,
Yeah.
just think how fun like the planet would be if you just knew how to like BMX like
Snakeboarding would be.
I mean
another one,
skating's
yeah.
like if you're that level skater and you can just cruise around and all but BMX like you're not limited by like asphalt or you know smooth surface like you're just in the grass jumping over stuff like
Yeah.
I wish I was
I wish I
that.
would have learned how to play trumpet. Is that a sport?
It's a sport. It can be. It depends on how aggressively you play it.
Jason Berg says, Todd probably doesn't know me, but we've shared parallel lives. I'm 52, an East Coast skater snowboarder, moved to Boulder, skated the old half pipe during the same sessions as Todd. Had a house in Breck. Saw Todd at the bagel shop all the time. Then I moved to North County. Stalker alert to surf and would see Todd at the same shows at Belly Up, like Quicksand. I'm not a weird fanboy, just a dude who has traveled the same path minus the Olympics and pro status. Haha, keep up the work on the show. It's great. That's pretty cool. Jason Berg at Questionable Art JB1. Do you know Jason Berg?
Yeah.
Oh. You know him.
I
Old
think,
nerdy-
I,
oh, go
I
ahead.
think I think people, you know,
Yeah.
this
He basically LARPed Todd.
you're LARPing me.
That's cool.
But you know,
If
you
you're going to
fo-
LARP someone,
you
LARP
follow
him.
the same path because there's you see people. The only reason that I'm here is because I followed other people here. It's not like I'm some fucking pioneer of
I
anything.
know a lot of people who just grew up
Chris,
against
I
nice and
gotta go to the
parked it.
bathroom so bad. Can we wrap this shit up?
Old Nerdy Bastard has an important question.
What
Will
is
we
it?
see a wet cat from Todd this weekend? At
Oh my
Homesick?
God, that's Old Nerdy Bastard is about the 300th person to ask me that question.
Will we?
Let me put it this way: if it's
Yes or no?
if it's warm enough and the half pipe is slushy, if the backside wall is slushy and I can find a good snappy backside wall, I will give it a college try.
You heard it here first, folks. Todd will be doing the wet cat, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
100%. You're not getting out of this. That's like if I show up somewhere and people are like, do a 6-inch board slide on the ledge.
I'll
And
tell
I'm
you
like,
what.
okay.
I may be afflicted by the Percocet virus later on that afternoon. if
Danny
it just
Caputo
goes wrong.
says, big important Monday Mass question from Kelly. When are we going to Mountain High to score some Snowtay and B Todd shenanigans? I'm hoping
I want to go to
get
Snow Summit.
one
Let's go to
more-
Snow Summit. I don't really want to go to Mountain High. I want to go to Snow Summit. Even though we're sponsored by Mountain High, I just want to
No,
sample.
we're not anymore after that comment.
Well, there's always next year. I want to go and check out their new park build. I've been talking with other people and they're saying it's really fun up there. And
Only reason I want to go snowboarding is because of this thing.
yeah, it's a good looking board.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go.
I'm sure Todd has more questions over there.
I have to go to the
Take 'em to the bathroom
bathroom
with
so bad.
Stop banging.
I will see you guys next Tuesday after I get back from Homesick. Thank
See
you
you
for
next
everything.
Tuesday.
And if you're back east, come and say hi.
What about thank me for being here with you?
Okay, goodbye.